Hey guys, I'm Greg. Welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. Let's go see what's in the fridge today, guys. Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. Thanks a bunch for stopping by today. Today's beer comes from Lost 40 Brewing. This is their Baltic Porter. And guys, we just did their Puppy Jacket Baltic Porter. And the sites are kind of reversed on this. Wasn't able to find the Puppy Jacket on Beer Advocate, but I found it on Untapped. Now on this one, this is not the Puppy Jacket because it's a little bit bigger ABV than the Puppy Jacket was. And Beer Advocate, like I said, has it listed, and Untapped does not. So they have the Puppy Jacket listed, but they don't have this one listed. So we did a little switcheroo on this one, and I'm very surprised that Untapped doesn't have it, but I don't know why these guys would do two different versions of a Baltic Porter. Only they're just labeling it because it's two different ABVs. So, guess what it is, huh? And I'm sure if it's available, somebody will tell me, oh, here it is. But I don't jump through a lot of hoops, guys. I mean, I type it in, and if it doesn't show the can or the bottle that I'm doing, they're out. And this particular one, Untapped, is out, which is very unusual. So, with that being said, this was sent to me by Mr. Fudge, and he tells me it was canned on 2/2/18. This beer is over a year old, but it is a porter. It's not an IPA or a double IPA, or I don't think it's been done with any coffee. On the can it says chocolate espresso and cherries, so says vanilla, coffee, and raisins. So I don't know if they brewed it with coffee or not, guys. If they did, probably by this stage of the game being over a year old, the coffee is probably faded out. 7.8%er for the, I think the Puppy Jacket was like a 7. No, it was a 9. It was a 9%er. And this was a 7.8%er. So that was a little bit bigger than this one. So I don't know what to tell you, except we're going to pop it open and find out what it's about. So let's do that. And they have batch number, it's like 790 in Best Buy, so it's not a bottled on date or canned on date. It's Best Buy February 2018. So it was done probably in 2017. So this is an old beer, guys. Imagine that. Alright, in the glass we go. I'm going to pour it really aggressive here. See if we can get it to generate a little bit of a head, and it looks like it did. So, small batch project, Baltic Porter Dark Lager. Alright. Little over a finger of head on that pour. It is pretty dark, guys. A little bit of red ruby light coming through the thin part of the glass. Not so much up here. Pretty dark beer. To the nose we go. Rich roasted malt. It's got a nice sweetness to it. Maybe a hint of some molasses. Not getting a lot of coffee or chocolate. Well, it is what it is. Let's get into it. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Mr. Fudge. Pretty plain and simple. Roasted malt, a little bit of molasses, no coffee. What else did it say? Espresso, chocolate. Not much chocolate. Maybe that'll come out as it warms up to room temperature. Cherries. I'm not getting that either. Vanilla, coffee, raisins. Maybe some of that will come out. We let it warm up, sip on it for a little bit, but right now, not so much. It has left a nice lacing already from the sip or two that I've taken. So let me sip on it and let it come up to room temperature, and we'll figure out where it's going to end up. Alright guys, I'm back. Been sipping on it for a while now. Still not getting a lot of coffee, cherries, espresso, not any of those flavors. Okay beer, guys. And that's basically been the same song and dance from Lost 40 Brewing. Not been super impressed with. These guys produce, just like a lot of the breweries around here, transitional beers to get their micro lager drinkers over into something a little bit better made ingredients, but nothing outstanding or world class as far as I've had so far. So they do produce a lot of beers, but their dating process leaves a lot to be desired with their best by dates and month and day and no years or nothing at all. So a lot of inconsistencies as far as how they're dating their beers. But like I said, they're doing the same thing a lot of breweries around here are doing, trying to get the transitional beer drinkers off the macros into something a little different, a little bit better made. But like I said, so far, nothing has really super impressed me from this brewery. And I would have to say the same thing for a lot of the stuff that's produced around here too. For the seasoned craft beer drinker, leaves a little bit to be desired. So they're probably shooting for a different crowd. And that's the way it is around here too. They're doing the same thing around here. So a lot of transitional beer going around, guys. Very few breweries that are producing world-class stuff for the seasoned craft beer. There are some. Don't get me wrong, there are some that are producing these beers along with some of the outstanding beers. But not had anything outstanding from this brewery so far that I can recall. So, not been super impressed with anything so far from Lost 40. Final chug. This beer may have had more coffee notes and more dark fruit or cherries or something like that, vanilla, fresher. But it is what it is. It was sent to me, and it is what it is again. So, not blown away by this beer by any means. I was between a B and a B plus on this, but since I use a Best By date instead of an actual canned on date, that tells me it's probably a 2017 edition beer, and I'm not a fan of Best By, Enjoy By, or Use By, or whatever By. Tell me what the canned on date is, and I'll make that decision for myself based on what you tell me I should be tasting. So, I'm gonna have to drop back to the B on this one, guys. Not quite to the B plus range on this one. 86, that's where I'm going to put it. I do think it's a very nice, tasty porter for a low ABV at 7%. There are a lot bigger beers in the porter range, imperial porters and stuff. But with the age of this beer and what I am tasting, I'm going to go with the B. And like I told you, Untapped, I couldn't find it on there. And Beer Advocate has it at 3.94, which is in their B plus range. It may be a B plus beer fresh. But to me right now, guys, it is not. So, not getting the B plus, it's getting the B for me. So if you've had the Baltic Porter from Lost 40, this is not the puppy jacket edition. This is the other one. So they are doing two different Baltic Porters. I think the puppy jacket was just a little tastier, maybe because of me liking the 9% over the 7.8%. A little more alcohol, a little more bang for your buck in my opinion. But like I said, they're dating system sucks. So, but at least they're doing something. They're just not leaving a plain Jane bottom can on and not doing anything at all. Some of their stuff is that way though, so I don't understand the inconsistencies of how they're dating their stuff with Best Buys or month and day or nothing at all. So, don't understand that. But it is what it is, guys. So if you have the Baltic Porter, not the Puppy Jacket edition, which is what this one is, let me know what you think. This is the 7.8%, I think. Yeah, 7.8%. That's what it has on the can. Let me know what you think. Till we meet again, let's go see what's in the fridge.